Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka thatvillainjay, and with me, as always, my partner in podcast, the numbest of skulls.
What's up, guys?
Mr. Numbskull himself, multiple RCQ champion Numbskull.
Yeah.
He is here, and we are on the verge of a great awakening. It is time for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Can you even believe it?
Cowabunga? Don't they say cowabunga?
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga, dudes.
Cowabunga, my dudes. Let's get some cowabungas in chat.
Yes.
Controversial set, to be fair. I will say that this has opened a lot of debate. It's a Universes Beyond. It's one of the 4 Universes Beyonds we're getting this year. And it is, to say the least, a lot of heavily talked about. It is mixed. We are kind of feeling a lot of different things going on about this. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk a little bit of our feelings. We're also going to give you our top 10 and our number 0 pick. I know that's what y'all are waiting for. Thank you all for coming. But first, we need to thank our supporters, our patrons, for helping us support this channel and everything that we do here on the Black Council podcast. As little as $1 a month, $1 an episode, whatever you want to do to join the Black Council, get access to our Discord, early access to videos, a lot of cool other perks, videos nobody else sees, cool stuff like that. So, and you also get your names read off in the credits. So first things first, let's read the names.
Yeah, let's do it. And once again, thank you to everybody who is still with us as a patron. We appreciate you guys. Let's start with Shock Smash, Shane Hare, Neptune, Mez Undead, VG, Zyron, Jason Flood, Metal Mechanic, Notorious D, Kublai Sean, Argent Icon, Elvan Breams, Jamel Langford III, Lord Gypticus, Mamulian, Nickel Nuts, Ulfir, Dante Valentine, and Savrit. We really appreciate you guys, and like Jay said, little as $1 a month, you can become a patron. You're going to get early access to the episodes, and you're going to get some, on occasion, get some patron exclusive content, and of course, access to our patrons only Discord, where you will get deck lists before anybody else does, even like before Jay's Discord or my Discord would get our respective decks. We generally put them there.
Numbskull's going to put his early access builds up on Discord, on the patron Discord first.
Yes.
And yeah, you can also suggest when we eventually do run a TMNT video, you also can vote on and suggest what cards or decks you want to possibly see.
Yeah,
so,
and I'll tell you, I'm relatively excited for early access for this one, and for just the set in general. So there's some ideas that I've been cooking, like the wheels have turned from looking at these cards. So I think I am going to have some decks prepared for this one.
So speaking of hype, let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
What is your? We're fully spoiled today, which the spoiler season was like 3 days.
Oh, we are now. Okay.
Yeah, they were completely done. Okay. Spoiler season was 2 days, which is crazy. Used to be a whole month that they would drip feed cards. We had an issue where they accidentally leaked all of the cards early in Lorewind, which kind of took away from it. So it hasn't. I don't feel like it's generated too much hype. But we are completely there on this. What are your thoughts? What are you going to rate this? Where's your hype level and where's your feelings about this set as we go into it?
Yeah. So I know we were talking earlier, and we both agree better than Spider-Man, but I think we also agree that is not a very high goal. You know what I mean? That's not very ambitious just to be better or not as bad as Spider-Man.
Well, to interject, I think that's the fear going forward.
Right.
We had such a negative experience with Spider-Man where it was literally killing my channel.
Yeah,
multiple
killing
creators,
the game for the matter, like it's
multiple
bad.
creators had to stop projects. Like most notably, I think Bronze to Mythic by Jim Davis. He had to suspend it.
Because drafting was not very good in that.
It was such a as bad as things could get in Spider-Man. That's the fear. That was our last Universes Beyond.
It's like
or Avatar. We had Avatar in between that. Yeah.
And obviously Avatar was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's like our baseline for like, it's got to at least be better than that. Otherwise we have a problem. You know what I mean? It's definitely like somewhat of a litmus test, I guess, if you will, you know? But we do think it's better. We're seeing good flavor, and we were worried to a degree that it would be another Spider-Man repeat, because it's another one where you might have to have like too many of the same character, possibly too many legendaries, which that actually might still be a problem, especially as it pertains to drafting. Could be another drawback. Now thankfully I'm not seeing like legendary commons here, which I know that was a huge issue.
Yeah.
In the other. So I mean, there aren't a lot of commons to begin with, let's put that out there. But I'm not seeing a bunch of legendary commons and a bunch of legendary uncommons. That I think that's relevant. And I definitely appreciate that we got a good bit of black cards in here, wouldn't you say, Jay? I think we.
I think we were spoiled for choice with a kind of mix of black. Yeah. My biggest complaint about Avatar is we got almost no black support. My May being the biggest black card, and a distant second being Fleet, Phoenix Fleet, which is frankly not very useful.
Oh yeah, that didn't quite hit like we wanted it to.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So I definitely appreciate the commitment. I thought that like every color kind of had a decent card, and I felt like also the dual color cards were kind of decent too. Felt like we might be lacking a little bit in like good lands, if you will. You know what I mean?
The lands, yeah. I don't think that there's, compared to Lorwyn, I mean, where we got the finished Shockland cycle.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that exciting lands.
Yeah, and you're coming off a Lorwyn where we completed shot, like that's kind of, that was like the main thing we wanted. So that you're a hard act to follow here, but like I'm looking at one rare land from this set.
Yeah.
One uncommon land, a reprint of another common, and then I just have our regular 5 common lands, and that's it. That feels a little lazy in my opinion. Arguably even a missed opportunity to get just better stuff. Almost feels like we're not spoiled the whole way, but from what I understand, we are.
I am looking at just to double check, because I was scared of misreporting.
Yeah.
From the official Magic the Gathering Twitter, all MTG cards have been revealed. It's Your Go Ninjas. So we are completely spoiled. Today was the day we got a lot of the rare, the commons and uncommons.
Okay. So yeah, it feels like we, should have got more. Well, usually the day with all the commons and uncommons is just like the last day, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now that I look at it, not having all these, not having hardly any lands makes the set feel incomplete. That's definitely going to affect my rating. I'm going C+ on this, so I'm going to go.
You're going C+? I'm
going to go 7.6 on this. 7.6.
7. Okay, so right in the middle, a little bit over. I'm going to give it I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go B-.
Okay.
I'm going to go B-. I don't think it's...
We like good cop, bad cop them right there.
Yeah. I think people... Here's the thing, and I'll talk about my thing. I think that the biggest problem with it... First of all, I have different priorities than you. I don't care about lands.
I understand.
I hate lands, and I hate card draw. Those are the two things I hate the most. If I hate drawing cards and I hate lands, and I don't think any of them are good. And I wish that I didn't have to play lands, and I wish I never had to draw cards. I'm obviously
Fair
kidding.
enough.
That's not true. No, but the issue is I'm not too worried about that, because I think that's kind of, I feel like the land base currently for standard at the very least is good. I don't know what they could have added to really pump it up. And my biggest complaint is the aesthetics. I think that the art, which is generally the strongest aspect of Magic, like at the very minimum, you could say, well, at least the art is good. At this point, there is a weird obsession with drippy cheese pizzas. Like, I don't know what's going on there. There are so many cards that have like melty, drippy cheese pizza in them.
There's just like a lot of pizza cards in general.
There's just
overdid,
so many, and I feel like we kind of got Flanderized. Like, the Ninja Turtles are like not just about pizza. Like, there's way more stuff going on than pizza and Ninja. Like, and some of the art is gorgeous. Some of the art is amazing. You got Last Ronin art. You have really cool shadow art. But, like, some of the default art on this is really unpleasant. Like, it's not attractive to look at. Like,
yeah.
Does that make any sense? Like,
yeah. Let me say, I think maybe historically speaking, and when looking at how much it's been knocked out of the park previously, we can both comfortably agree that it leaves a bit to be desired.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a decent job of the actual art for the turtles themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the creatures, the creatures look great.
Yeah, like I'm looking at all the different turtles, and I think that they represented them well to be in the Magic universe, but also like keeping their cartoonish like mannerisms almost, I guess, but also like not making it so that you're not just like putting a cartoon on a Magic card, if that makes sense. So like they're cartoonish, like I guess caricature, if you will, but not necessarily being an actual cartoon. So I liked that, but you're right, like and once again I'll bring up the lands. You're gonna really say that your full art lands is just gonna be you put the mana symbol in the shape of a food on a drippy pizza, on
a really graphically gross looking pizza.
I was disappointed that there wasn't a cool full art swamp here.
That is true. And you have the sewers, like there you figure that blue and black would be so well represented with sewers, and
well, they are on the regular lands. Like, actually, you know what? I like the regular swamp better than in both of the full arts, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. I think that actually looks really good. And the island with like the view of the city and like the water, I think those are two of the better ones. I think
there is some good art. There just also is a weird amount of not good art.
I think I agree. I think there's just odd choices. And, for this is something, because we have I think I told you my buddies who play Paper Magic with me, we have like a Discord as well. We've obviously been talking about the cards, and I said, and here I'll see if I can pull up the conversation. I said, I feel like whomever, it was the one card and it was directly pertaining to pizza. And I said, I feel like whomever made this card was high.
Is it the spicy oatmeal pizza?
Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is. Yeah. And then my friend said, everyone who made Ninja Turtles was definitely high. That is one of the most weed-smoking franchises of all time.
Well, yeah, it kind of is. There is always kind of the euphemism that they always were hungry and they wanted pizza. Like, I mean, it comes out of like underground culture.
And comic books are associated with like hanging out and smoking weed and like, you know what I mean?
I think there's a subtle implication there. They're teenagers, they're ninjas.
Yeah, but just to put that in perspective, like, I don't want to say it was like a lack of seriousness, but kind of what it feels like. Maybe a little too whimsical, maybe,
I suppose so. I think that there's a way there are like serious turtles. Like, honestly, I don't know if you're a big comic fan, but the Last Ronin comic line is like one of the best comics like almost ever written. It's so it's very serious. It's very sad. You're like, oh, a Ninja Turtles, and I'm like, oh, this is sad. I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, the cards spoil it. But in case anyone wants to read it, and then there's some that are just complete goofball cartoon stuff. So it kind of runs the gamut between of what is like sad and happy, and so it is all over the place. I think Ninja Turtles as a franchise is kind of all over the place. So I think it's well represented. It is well representative of Ninja Turtles. I think Ninja Turtles is just a weird IP that's hard to adapt. So I think going into it, that was maybe a lot of it.
And that was a concern that we had in the beginning too. And maybe I'll catch some flack for this, but much like Star Trek, just a weird choice.
Just an odd choice, yeah. I will say Beyond, they did bring a lot of the more supernatural stuff in, which we're going to get to in the, there are mutants, there are demons, there are other things that are a little bit more supernatural. And I was happy that they leaned into the less grounded aspect and the more crazy, wild, magical aspects of the franchise.
And I think that's something that Spider-Man didn't do a good job of. So that is
Spider-Man did a terrible job of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is somewhere where I think I agree with you. They excelled in, making it like maybe we'll say less boring and more diverse, and doing a good job of using everything within the universe to get a somewhat well-rounded lineup of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right.
Well, let's get into it. Who wants to go first? Top 10. Here we go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you know what? You can jump right into it, man. All right, I'm gonna give you the.
Let me pull up our conversation about this where I can find our stuff. Okay, I got it. So, and I know we said that they kind of showed us love here. They gave us some good black cards again. So
absolutely,
I'm gonna start off with a black card. Now this one's black and red. And this one's cool. I just thought it's a cool card, and I always love stuff that has the first text line here that this one has. So it's Toka and Razar. I hope I'm saying that right.
Toka and Razor, I think.
Razar. Terrible twos. So it's it's like the divided mana symbol of black and red on both. So you either or, a black and a red, two black, two red, whatever. Turtle Wolf Mutant. It is legendary. It's a 3/2. This spell cannot be countered.
Okay, great. Always good to see.
Good to see it. Love to see it. Menace. Whenever a player casts a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast it was less than its mana value, Toka and Razor deal 3 damage to that player. So that's going to hit all your sneak guys. I went and looked. It hits all but 1 or 2 sneak creatures from what I understand.
Okay, so you're talking about a black ninja deck. This is going to be crapping out damage.
Right, yeah. So if somebody's going to play a ninja deck, they're going to be sneaking on you. I believe Kaido, the ninjutsu, I believe that counts as casting as well. So that's going to hit your Dimir. That's going to hit just any reduced cost. You know what I mean? So that's gonna hit some stuff. And just 2 mana, I think it makes it a versatile sideboard card. It could be mono red, could be black, could be Rakdos.
Well, you know what I was thinking? My first thought was also, if you're playing expanded, if you're playing I know I don't have to talk about the quote unquote other formats. Madness. It's probably fucking a monster Madness deck.
Yeah.
But also even right now, it could actually make Mayhem relevant.
Oh, sure, yeah. Remember that that teamer deck that reduces the cost of the four stuff?
Exactly.
And airbending. It hits airbending stuff too.
Yeah.
So that really annoying Bant deck where they airbend everything and then cast shit for free all the time.
Yeah.
That's 3 damage every time.
It is. You also have stuff, even stuff out of the graveyard. It synchronizes with our good friend Timeline Crawler.
Well, okay, so
or is that not casting cost? That's an ability.
I think you're casting from the graveyard. I think it counts, but let me reiterate that it's hitting the player that casts it, so you don't want to be doing it with the card in your deck. So this is to punish those who are doing it.
I get you.
Yeah, okay. That's why I like it. So that's why I say a nice sideboard card. You get that Bant airbend everything matchup. Okay, fine. You want to recast Aang 46 times in a game? Well, you're going to die before that, So
okay.
That's why I think this is, and it answers something that's currently a problem.
It's anti-control.
Yeah. Anti-control, anti-combo, which kind of makes you a little bit control, but also just like gives you relevant answers in your sideboard, you know. And that's something that's important. Not to mention a 3/2 menace for 2, maybe it's just main deck playable.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So
All right.
I think it's a cool card. And just a nice way to start us off. Not crazy powerful, but I think it's worthy of the number 5 spot there. So
good, a good way to start us, and it is a fun. It is also a mutant, by the way, which could be relevant later.
Yeah,
for a lot of different decks. So maybe you put in a Golgari Genova and you're good to go.
Hey, it's a wolf too. You know, people like making wolf decks.
Wolves. All right, so my first one is actually going to be, speaking of demons, Madame Null. Yeah, you can't give me a demon lady and me not run her right here. Madame Null is. I was very happy to see a lot of demons and other stuff aside from turtles. So Madame Null Power Broker is 1 black and 2 legendary creature, demon advisor. It is a 1/3 death touch, which is fine enough. It's a demon, so you know it's going to be perfectly fine for demon decks. It'll work well with Annex.
Good point.
Here's the thing, and I think people are underestimating this. For aggro, which is huge right now, whenever another creature you control enters, you pay life equal to its power. You may pay. You don't have to, which I think is a big part of it.
Yeah.
If you do, you put that many 1/1 counters on it. Basically, it is black.
What is that?
Brawler, Bruiser. What's his name?
Yeah. It's not Titanic Brawler. It's something like that, though. We'll just call it Brawler.
Yeah. So, which is still played occasionally. That is called the Railway Brawler. Yeah. Whenever it comes in, you put X 1/1 counters.
Yeah. Here's
the thing about this. I think what people are missing in black aggro, this is making Timeline Crawler fly out of you at a 4/4. A 4/4 haste is ridiculous on turn. On turn 4. Even in red aggro, double everything, you have a lot of freaking power coming in. You know, even in Golgari, hell, even putting out something like turn 3 to this, turn 4 into not Insidious Roots, but Ouroboros. It's got a 1/1 counter on it already, so it's going to get +2/+2 to everyone because it's going to add its power. So you pay 1 life to add +2/+2 to everything on turn 4.
Yeah, a Golgari or Ouroboros deck now. I'm sure they'll try it with every color at this point.
You can also potentially get a turn 2 kill off. Instant kill. A turn 4 instant kill, which is about where you need to win in standard right now. Madame Null, you go into a Calixion, pay 7 life. It's a 14/14. Do the pay on turn 4, and then do a fling, and you can do about 14 points of damage. If you're really savvy on turn 5, you can, if it survives, you can do double the power again, and kill it from there. If you have haste, if you have something like haste, you can do that. It's also going to synchronize the power and toughness is all going to synchronize, by the way, with another card that we have later on that is going to be super useful that relies on power and toughness. Well, I won't reveal it.
Very cool.
So being able to listen, it's a pure black card. Being able to pay life for pure power, I think is potentially, you could just win games like that. You know, you're fine.
And it has death touch.
Absolutely, yeah. It is a 1/3 death touch, and it's a demon, so it's going to synchronize.
Makes it relevant for sure.
Yeah.
Equally, we're talking about Annex. You know, that's make a demon, fling it. That's 12. Do 2 more damage on the end side. That's 14 damage. I know that's like a turn 6 thing, but you know, if you're chilling with the Annex and you got it out, and you're kind of treading water there, like, you know, you're not dying. 14 damage on turn 6, that might do it for you, you know?
Well, even Demon Wall, even doing Demon Wall, because then Demon Wall can attack right away. Demon Wall come in as
that is pretty sweet. Yeah,
Demon Wall come in as a 6/6 for 3 life.
6/6, 3 life, 2 mana, and menace.
That's a good value in a demon deck. I think she's absolutely going to belong in a lot of demon decks. A lot of Golgari, a lot of Stompy. Just pure power there. So I'm happy about her.
I think it's cool. Kind of like demands an answer. You know,
it is. It's a threat. You know I'm up to something. You're like, oh, okay, so this guy is doubling power. So, All right, so that's mine.
Like
let's jump to you for your number 4 on this one.
So we're gonna do Savanti Romero.
Speaking of demons,
oh shit, man, he's a demon too. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell what we like over here.
Turtles and the mutants that I forgot to look at how many demons we had, huh?
We have 2, which is honestly, that's the thing about this set. Like, I feel like you can criticize it for some things.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was a fucking spider and Spider-Man. We have a lot of weird stuff in this set. There's demons.
They did a better job. Like, we have an ox in the set, you know? Like, they did a better job. That's very true. Okay, so that's great. And I love how we organically both picked the demons, and I didn't even notice.
Well, we know. Listen, it's called the Black Council. It's not called the Good Guy Friendly Council.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we got Savanti Romero times Exile, 3 colorless, 2 black. Legendary Demon Wizard, so that's also cool that he's a wizard too. So he's a 4/4 trample. It's fun. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Savanti. Then you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of counters on Savanti Romero. So, like Jay was just talking about, directly pertains to his power, and you can pay the 4 life, and then he'll be an 8/8, and then you can give him a counter. He'll be a 9/9, he'll have 5 counters. You can lose 5 more life, but you can draw 5 cards the same turn that he comes out. It's pretty good. If you have your Annex, you don't lose as much life, although you just lost 9, which is kind of a lot, but, you know, maybe it's worth it. I think it's good. It's a nice little card here. Filling that 5-drop slot that is kind of still pretty open in black, in my opinion. We've kind of been looking for that, even like for a while, really. There's even an argument of, do you even play 5 drops in Standard? I totally hear that. You know. But I think he's pretty good, and I think if you play him with Modem Null, I think that's actually not bad. So there's something good going there, and just the card draw is great. Having another good demon option. Remember, what was the guy? The Start Your Engines demon.
The Speed Demon.
Speed Demon, yeah. So, you know, it's a similar effect to Speed Demon. He makes you lose a lot of life, though. So you got to be careful. But, you know, if you're gaining life, it's too bad Shoulder rotated, huh?
It's a shame Shoulder rotated. Again, very good card with Annex. Annex is a very strong card right now. Annex,
still.
People are running Annex like crazy. He's kind of a fixed Speed Demon. Speed Demon had the problem of that it was going to basically hurt you every turn for 4, and this guy kind of inches you there. Like he's doing 1, 2, 3, 4. He's doing progressively more life. Speed Demon could have started at drawing 4 cards and losing 4 life, and that is a lot. It was almost not worth it unless you had Children. I played him in a lot of Children decks. Speed Demon.
Yeah, it's great.
Savanti is a little smoother, you know, generally speaking. So
I like that he has Trample too, with all the counters going on.
He is also one of the biggest changes. He's also at the beginning of combat, which means that you have a whole other main phase to use your cards.
Yeah, very good point. So in a way that makes him better than Speed Demon, because with Speed Demon, especially drawing with Annex, you're often throwing away some cards because you drew like 5 cards on your end step.
A lot of times,
you know.
So starting with Savanti, if you go into turn 6 or turn 4 if you got him out, or turn 5 you got him out early, you're gonna have him. You'll be able to attack, draw the cards, you know, put the pressure on, and then you have a whole other main phase to cast creatures, to cast more stuff. So he is a little bit of a corrected Speed Demon of what Speed Demon could have been. He loses the flying, but I don't think that matters.
Yeah, I think lose flying but get trample. I think that makes it a fair trade.
Speed Demon had trample too.
Oh, that's right. Okay. But yeah, that and this is going to go off of the. And it's not always the case, but more often than not in Magic, and if you watch a lot of pro players or just like high-level Magic, a lot of players won't do anything in main phase 1 so as to not give information before combat. And they will actually pretty much do their whole turn in main phase 2. If they're going to cast something, if they're going to play a land, if they're going to do... Now, sometimes there's benefits to doing things in main phase 1 before combat, which is why it's a thing at all. Like, if you need to kill a creature before you declare attackers for whatever reason, okay, yeah, you do it in main phase 1. If you play your planeswalker to immobilize a creature or to do something to give a creature flying before combat, obviously you do that in main phase 1. But, like, a lot of times you don't, like, doing something in main phase 1 might not hit as hard as, like, after combat. So that's why you do combat first a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And this is one that kind of, like, helps you get in that mode of, like, well, I don't really want to play anything now. I'm about to draw a bunch of cards after main phase 1. I would rather see what I'm going to draw before I spend any mana, or even before I even play a land. Yeah. You know?
He could also pull your removal and combat tricks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He definitely has to be answered at some point, especially if you're gaining back the life that you're losing every turn. Mm-hmm. I think he can run away with the game if the deck around him is built correctly. Let me put it that way.
I feel like demon decks nowadays have become so tempo, they have the time to cast a turn 5. I agree. They chill out. Demon decks, especially with Fur.Core Core and just chilling out with Annex, demon decks are content to just let the clock run by and just slow drain you and put suppression down on you. I wouldn't really call it control. I'd call it more of a tempo, because they just don't want you to. They don't ever really want you to build. They want to keep you suppressed. So
yeah, keep you suppressed. Also, well, and when you play a deck like that, and when you win, you can kind of see the point where the game turns to where the opponent can't really win, because with the demon decks, you're either like getting too much value or drawing too many cards, and then they have like 1 or 2 cards in hand, or they're top decking, and you're like, you got a full grip every turn, and this guy helps you get there. So I think he contributes directly to what a demon deck wants to do. So I gotta say he's good because of that, And the funny thing is, I literally didn't realize he was a demon until Jay said, "Oh, he's a demon." I just liked the ability. I liked the draw cards, lose life thing every turn. I just like, me, Jay. The best deck that I ever made was a deck that drew a shitload of cards.
Yeah.
And I was probably playing my best Magic when I was playing that deck, and it worked really well for me, and it matched my play style, and it was just good. And you just kind of always found an answer to everything, because you're drawing like your whole deck.
Yeah.
And I think he's a way to do that. So big, definitely. I think this is a hit. It's a good card. Pretty good in draft, but just be careful in draft about drawing too many cards and either decking yourself or just dying. Like, you gotta
pace yourself with this one.
He's an end game guy in draft. He's an end game guy for sure.
Yeah. I think he's a good 2-of. All right, so I'm gonna go on to my number 4. I'm gonna change colors up here a little bit. That is going to be a very sad card, which I won't explain why in case you want to learn about it yourself.
Sure.
This is going to be the Last Ronin Technique. Last Ronin Technique is going to be 1 white and 2 with the sneak ability of 1 white and 1. So you can pay it for 2 as instant if you return an unblocked attacker to your hand. Okay. Mm-hmm. Create 3 1/1 white Ninja Turtle Spirit creature tokens. If this spell's sneak cost was paid, they entered tapped and attacking. Here's the thing about that. Turn 2, you can play this. You could be attacking with... Turn 1, you play the goblin that mobilizes, whose name I can't remember right now. They have a turn. Then you attack. You return the whatever unblocked is, either the token or the guy, or maybe it's not blocked at all, and you immediately play Last Ronin's Technique, and you're hitting for 4 on turn 2. On a mobilized deck, which frankly mobilizes are pretty good right now, on a token generation tech, this is insane tech right now. being able to turn 1/1/1 unblocked. Hell, even if you use a spirit or any kind of 1/1, like Realm of Ko, use Realm of Ko. It's an unblockable spirit. Turning one spirit into 4 for 2 mana for 2 attackers, especially if you have any kind of pump across the board, like all creatures get +1/+1 or +1 when they're attacking or anything like that, is absolutely crazy work. Is it okay on the back end? You know, potentially making 3/1/1 counters for 4 as a defensive strategy in emergency is good, but as an aggressive token card, man, this really is wild.
With a War Leader's Call Out or something like that.
Yeah, War Leader's Call Out. You know, a mobilized War Leader's Call deck. I just did a War Leader's Call Goblin deck, which is really good. Even something like, because you have a lot of these decks now that are basically just, I don't really like them, but they're control decks basically with Elspeth as the high end, just shitting out tokens no matter what. So if you just want to shit out tokens, Elspeth or any of these other ones that just putting out a huge amount of tokens tapped and attacking, just amazing. Just really, really good card, I think. I think it is gonna it is secretly, for an uncommon, you're getting a huge amount of value for a sneak.
I think there's some good ways to make it a 2-mana 3-for-1 where you don't like actually lose that much value. I think it definitely fits really well in Boros, but possibly even just like a straight mono white, because there's
I think a straight mono white too. Even frankly, even in Orzhov.
Yeah.
Even in Orzhov Sacrifice.
With what's his name? From Final Fantasy.
Sephiroth, yeah.
So, yeah, with Sephiroth. Yeah, like that's cool. You could just sack all those guys to Sephiroth. Oh yeah, you could flip Sephiroth with this, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. This is that would fit well in that deck. So yeah, it fits well in a few different decks. I think this is a really good call out.
No, generating tokens is always a useful attribute.
Yeah, and as a 3-for-1 instant speed 2 mana, I think you can't look past it.
No. And it's also incredibly sad.
Why is it sad, by the way? Did you already say that?
Okay, spoiler alerts. Turn off the audio right now. I know this magazine came out 10 years ago, but people can still get mad that I talk about a movie that came out 20 years ago that I spoiled it for them. But so The Last Ronin was a comic run. Last warning, guys. Spoiler. I mean, it's right in the name. Raphael's the only surviving Ninja Turtle. All of them are dead. Splinter's dead. All the Ninja Turtles are dead. He's the last one fighting, and he's like going up against the last of the foot. Like New York has almost like fallen. It's like a hellhole, and he's like the last one trying to fight. And he's gone completely Ronin. He's like really gone, because Ralph was always kind of edgy. He's gone like totally dark. He uses all of their weapons. So he uses nunchucks. He uses the nunchucks, the sai, the bow staff, and the swords. He has all of their weapons on him. So he's just a monster. And he's like, if you've watched if you go on YouTube, you can watch Last Ronin like fan films. And it's just him fucking up, like John Wicking, like entire buildings of fucking people. Like
that's cool.
A very dark and heavy comic, and all the other turtles are fucking dead. You know,
so that's why he has like the brothers in the background there behind him.
Yes, that's why it summons 3 turtle spirits. That's why they're like behind him.
That's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so great flavor.
Yeah.
Great art, I think, in this one. And a great magic card. I think this this checked a lot of boxes here.
Yeah, Last Ronin, it is very surprising how effective it is, because, you know, it deals a lot with survivor's guilt. You know, a lot of stuff like that. It's like, you're like, oh, Ninja Turtles comic, should be fun, and then you read it and you're like, oh,
you're gonna that one would probably make me cry. Like animals dying, dude, that's always a tough one for me. And
especially
so
when
he
starts
supposed to care about them.
He becomes like a mentor later on and kind of tries to get other you know, mutants and ninjas into it. But you know, he's got to kind of contend with his survivor's guilt and all that. So it is a very good card. It's a very good comic. Highly recommend it. But yeah, I think it's a solid card, and it's good. It's great flavor.
Yeah. So yeah, once you explained it, it made everything that I looked at on the card like completely made sense, and it was like, wow, this is very good. Yeah, love it. Yeah, I'm glad you explained it that way, because I wouldn't have known that otherwise. Okay, well, so what are we on the 3s now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got an interesting one here. What'd you say?
Let's get some turtles going.
Yeah. So this is a cool one, and this is just straight Ninja Turtle stuff, Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. And we're steering away from the black cards for just a moment here. Raph and Mikey, Troublemakers. 5 colorless and either 2 green or 2 red, or a red and a green. Legendary. Trample Haste 7/7. Whenever Raph and Mikey attack, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into the battlefield tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Really good, really easy to set this up to be something crazy.
Yeah.
Some kind of crazy ETB. Just a big fucker, you know, that you could put out. Something maybe that, I don't know, like Galta, like I could see some kind of Galta deck do this, you know. What else is there? Like Behemoth, Crater of Behemoth, like because it's Gruul, like these Gruul decks ramp into that stuff, you know what I mean? With Badgermole, I think that this goes, you might play this on turn 3 or 4. You know, this could go crazy. So that being said, I think it's a pretty good card. And I love that the creature stays out. It's not like sacrifice at the end of combat. It stays out. And then you just get to keep rolling it. And now it's, do I deal with the Raph and Mikey, or do I deal with the big thing that they just got? You know, I think it's going to be really fun. And I think, once again, good art. I think we said most of the creature art was good. But yeah, I think that this is a cool card. It just adds to like the fun of playing like red or green or Gruul. When you get to hit those like free creatures and then just play these monster guys that are really hard for a lot of decks to deal with. It's another fun way of for me of playing Magic.
Yeah, these kind of gamble off the top decks are really good. Honestly, I'm not that daunted by, I think people might balk at that 7. Badgermole notwithstanding, that's like a turn 4.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, if you set yourself up, turn 1 Llanowar, turn 2 Badgermole, you're already looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're looking at 7 on turn 3.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even think that that's a problem.
You're playing the 2 colors that want to ramp anyway, so it's like,
you're playing 2 ramping colors. You're also playing 2 colors that either go for Rakdos or Golgari, so you're looking at Reanimator already. You could do Mill and Reanimator with this and do Golgari. Yeah. You know, I think that any kind of, as I've said on multiple occasions, casting cost is not an obstacle anymore. We have so many, unless you're playing this in limited. You know, for standard, this is like one of the few cards I'd say this is a standard card for standard. This is not very good in limited, because what are you going to get off the top that would be so good?
That's very true, because there are other formats where you actually can do crazier stuff on turn 3 or 4. But for standard, this is pretty good on turn 3 or 4, and it's fun. It's just fun to see what you hit.
Oh yeah,
I love in your deck. You know,
I love running those gamble decks off the top where it's just, hey, we'll figure it out. You know.
Yeah. So, and it kind of brings back, you know, like we lost Atali, it kind of brings back that excitement. Spin the wheel. I know you don't get one from your opponent, but you get to smack him in the face with whatever you get. So, I think it's good.
Very, very good. It's one of the more solid, and I really do like. I have to say that all of these team up ones, Don and Leo, Raph and Leo, whatever, they're all really good. Cool. Yeah, they're all pretty solid. So,
and I think it was a good time to do that, because that was something that they always did, was they would like tag team, and
they would, you
know, do stuff. So I think that was a good opportunity to do the
make legendaries instead of just repeating the same turtles. Yeah,
and then do like the blank and blank card. You know, I think clever. That's good. It's clever.
It's clever design.
Because they tried that. What was the one set they did, and it wasn't very good when they did it. You remember that?
Oh, Aftermath, where everyone was teaming up.
Yeah, and it's like that didn't hit his heart, but this already feels better than Aftermath.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very Ninja Turtles, because they would go shell to shell and do like combat tricks and stuff. So
yeah, It's fun.
Sticking with Ninja Turtle theme, I'm going to jump right into my next one, my number 3 here, which is going to be Raphael the Night Watcher. My favorite turtle growing up, Raphael. He was my guy. Raphael the Night Watcher is a mutant ninja turtle. 2 red and 2, 2/3. Sneak, 2 red and 1. So you can cast a spell for 2 red and 1 for 3 if you return an unblocked attacker. He enters tapped and attacking. Here's the thing. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. Monster. This is the combat trick card to end all combat trick. I mean, there's a reason that Embercleave fucked everything up and ruined things for people. Suddenly throwing down double strike on the board when people just don't know that it's going to happen. If you go full board and they miss one of your guys on full board and you throw Raph down, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a slaughter. So giving every single attacker instantly double strike for 3 mana, man, that is a tough time to beat. Now, I know he doesn't have double strike himself, but the fact that he can sneak it out there and that he stays anytime, even the next turn, if they can't get rid of him, next turn you attack again and everyone is double striking.
He gives himself double strike because he would be an attacking creature.
He would be an attacking creature with double strike, so he would get it. I'm saying he doesn't naturally just have double strike.
I understand.
But you're talking about Boros Go Rides, you're talking about even something like what's very popular right now, even the aggro-ness of something like Rakdos Discard, where you're putting a lot of creatures on the board and putting a lot of power, like Moonshadow. You have to remember, it's hard to block Moonshadow. Moonshadow, if you get Moonshadow up, it's a menace. So
Menace and Double Strike is a crazy thing.
Menace and Double Strike is crazy work. So, for 3 mana, potentially doing that, you could kill off this card. This is a finisher. If they're not set up for blockers, and you swing in heavy, and they say, well, I'll block this one or that one, or, I'll let it go through, all of a sudden taking double damage it's not looking good. So I do think that this for red aggro is going to be a very good option for you.
Is he like a turtle Embercleave almost? Like,
he's like a turtle Embercleave. He's basically Embercleave was like on 1 person where he's like +1 trample and double strike.
And he's everybody.
Any kind of double strike combat trick I have always seen to be effective at tricking your opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
Into being complacent.
It's one of the better combat tricks for sure. So, all right, I have a point of inquiry then.
Yeah.
Thinking schematic or like technicalities and stuff. So when you do the sneak, you have gotten to the point where blockers have already been either declared or not, or declared to be none.
Yeah.
So if you do that, aren't we past the step of first strike?
No.
So he's still gonna just give first strike and then effectively create another step for damage to be dealt.
We're not on the double. Combat. We're putting him in after the blocker declaration. There's a step. There's a moment where you can play instance after blocker declaration before absolutely. Damage is dealt.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if that would just only count as 1 damage step, or that would then create like the first strike damage.
You would get first strike damage and then double strike damage.
Okay, so there would still be a check for that. So then even if other blockers were declared, a lot of those might die because your creatures are doing first strike damage. Because doesn't that mean that in that step that their creatures wouldn't do damage unless that creature had first strike or double strike?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that makes it dually.
They could be tricked into saying, "Oh, this is a mutual." All right,
we'll trade.
We'll trade. Yeah. It can completely reverse a bunch of trades if they're not paying attention. So
yeah, I mean that seems good. That seems really good, man.
Big combat trick right there. By the way, I have to issue a correction. I realized that I did say that in Last Ronin it was Raphael that survived. It was Michelangelo that survived. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
For that.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna catch it, but I'm sure somebody.
I know somebody is probably already, but I corrected myself. I completely forgot. I don't know why I kept thinking, because I had this card coming up and I had Raph on the fucking brain. So
If you're watching this live, don't worry, Jay.
Don't worry, I corrected myself for last Ronin.
Well, that's really good. Then I think once I had that reservation out of the way, I think that really does make it good. Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to yours.
Number 2
now.
Wow. All right, so I got one more non-black card before we, maybe we get back to it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So I got another, and speaking of, we're going to keep the turtle stuff going. So I'm going to give you Michelangelo, the Improviser. And I like this guy a lot. Sorry, I just had to pull him up real quick. There we go. Michelangelo, Improviser, 3 colorless, a green. He's a mythic, too. Legendary Mutant Ninja Turtle, of course. I think the art's really cool. I think it's kind of menacing. I like how he's grinning. So he's 4/4, and he has the sneak ability where the sneak is 2 colorless and 2 green. So he might be the third one that doesn't have a lower sneak cost, but that's fine. So whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may put a creature card and or a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Well, there you go. There's your Galta.
Yeah.
Time to play your whole hand.
Yeah.
So it's just a neat trick. And if you're playing mono green, I think you could play him on. You could sneak him on turn 3.
Yes, if you're playing mono green, he's an easy sneak for 3.
So you're talking about turn 3 Galta. I think that has to be recognized, basically.
You're talking about a turn 3 Valgavoth.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, whatever you want, man. Yeah. Valgavoth. Yeah, dude. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Valgavoth, Galta. The other guy, the last one I said wouldn't be as good because we already did combat. But still, whatever you want. One of the Overlords, which feels like they're, overshadowed. They're, underpowered now. It almost feels like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Galta's probably the craziest one. I don't know. But pick your poison, dude. What do you want your deck to do? You're putting out free creatures as big as you want on turn 3. So there's that.
He's definitely an interesting one. The Mikey cards being green, I think are fun. Honorable mention to the other Mikey card that what was the
1/1 with the mutagen?
I can't remember. Yeah, I think the one with the mutagen, is he the one that you can make unblockable? I can't remember.
Maybe. Where was he?
Weirdness to 11 is really good.
Weirdness to 11, yeah. And yeah, they do have a mutagen thing going with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his own technique card, which is cool too.
Yes.
I kind of like that. So yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good one and a good job making a good card. I think for each character, you know what I mean? Making a relevant card and in different colors too. I think it's important to do that.
All right, so my next one is also, we're gonna stick with the Ninja Turtle. I think we almost got all of them except Donatello, but he's blue, so we kind of understand why none of us picked him.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's
Sorry.
a real shame, Donnie. He was never my favorite either. So I'm going with, this might be controversial. I think this is the one that maybe will get my most pushback or say, come on, Jay, but Leonardo Cutting Edge. I like all the Leo cards. He's in white, which is in theme. He's the leader. He actually is the only samurai. He's the only samurai card I think we got in the whole set. He has a different version. That's a samurai. That's a sewer samurai where he looks pretty awesome. This is his mono white life gain one. Mono white life gain right now is still good. Mono white life gain is still a significant portion of the meta in standard currently.
Yeah.
Mono white right now is currently, according to my AetherHub, is 7% of the meta. It's the top right now. So you're giving mono white another tool. This is a Ajani's Pride Mate with lifelink on it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And
he can be 1 mana.
he can be 1 mana. So turn 1, turn 2, you put him in, you sneak him in, boom, he hits, he immediately gains, he goes to a 2/2. Whenever you gain life, you're putting a counter. Even if you get the enter the battlefield trigger off, that whenever he enters, you gain 1 life, and then he hits, and then he's gained 1 life, he's going to be a 3/3. He's gaining you that life again when you hit, so he's going to go to a 4/4. Like, he is just a life machine. Mono white life gain has not gone anywhere. It is still significant. It is still powerful. There are a lot of hell. He works in, put him in Orzhov. Why not? Put him in mono white tokens and do life gain triggers on enter the battlefield. Versatile card, simple, effective. Again, not Savannah Lions, but Ajani's Pride Mate with lifelink is crazy work for legendary. So yeah, I just think he's just a straight up well designed, useful card that's just probably always going to be kind of around.
Yeah, he's good. And I think it was an opportunity to maybe. I think we're seeing some of those gain a life, put a counter. We might be seeing some of those cards rotate. So good opportunity to keep the mechanic and that ability in the format, you know? So it's good. And it's hard for these cards to really ever be considered bad. So pretty good job there, I would say, for sure. Is it time?
No, not yet. Well, we're at our number ones for here.
Yeah, time for number ones. Yeah,
time for number ones, not for the big one. I do wish. I will say this. I wish we did get more samurai.
Okay.
I think we only got 1 samurai card, and I know it's a ninja theme set. We got a lot of ninjas, but I always felt like Shredder has like a samurai helmet on. He looks like a samurai. I don't know. I felt like we could have used to got Yojimbo or some other. I think we could have had some Bushido. I don't know. I feel like that's one of my other complaints is give me 1 or 2. Make samurai viable for me.
Samurais are cool, man.
Yeah.
I like samurais.
Again, I reiterate that if you squint your eyes and you call this the Kamigawa Undercity, you can probably kind of get away with it. If you hate Ninja Turtles, just close your eyes a little bit and say, this is called Kamigawa Undercity.
Well, that means reprint Invoke Despair.
Well, yeah, we have to, naturally. And then ban it again. We'll give it to you for 1 day and then take it away.
Yeah. It would have been a nice troll if they did that, or like if they gave like a Invoke Despair non-standard legal like new art print.
Well, they have a waist knot. They have a gross waist knot.
What?
I was meant to tell you about that because
I didn't see that, dude.
It's Ralph picking a pizza out of the trash.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it fucking
a gross pizza with like bugs on it.
Is that okay? So that's okay. I'll have to look for it. They have okay. Maybe it's in here. Plague of Vermin.
It's not standard. It's from the commander. It's from the commander deck, but it is.
Yeah.
It is printed.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Shredder's tech. That's good. Well, yeah, I'll have to keep looking for it. But honestly, yeah, I mean, the Undercity Kamigawas, that's a funny way to put it. But yeah, I think we're doing all right. So let's see. We got our number 1, and I'm gonna give you a black card this time.
Ooh, okay. What do you got for us, Numbskull, at your number 1 spot?
And where I'm at with this is, and I know that we try to justify it other times, where it's like in standard, like you get this thing that you wanted it to be, that was one of the OG really good cards, and you just got to do that one extra thing to make it that. But I think maybe this would make it so that it's actually closer to being that. So now that I've been very vague about how I explain, let me tell you what it is. Splinter's Technique. 3 colorless and a black. It's a sorcery, and it's a tutor. Search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Now, where this gets good is it has the sneak ability, which means at one point in the turn, it can be played at instant speed for 1 colorless and a black. So now we're talking about instant speed demonic tutor. I think it's good. I think it's really good. You just bring back a creature with an ETB effect. Like a cheap one, you know? And then you go get whatever the hell you want. And I think it's good. And whenever you can do an instant speed tutor, I think it's worth mentioning. I think the other one that's like with the case that has to be solved, I think that one's like okay. But you have to like make a very particular thing happen, where this one is like a more natural, organic thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I like it. You don't have to sacrifice anything. You just put it back in your hand. You can play it again. It's fine.
Well, I was thinking this is just goes so hard into Mirror because you can guarantee it. Especially in something, my first thoughts were, of course, to Flood Pit's Drowner.
Perfect. Yeah.
Play Flood Pit's Drowner at the end of your opponent's play Flood Pit's Drowner at the end of your opponent's turn. Mm-hmm. Tap out their blocker. Next turn, swing with Flood Pits, put it back in your hand, tutor, and then Flood Pits them again. You know, like it is a hard lock system. Even so, on something like a Silent Hall Creeper that just naturally cannot be blocked.
Yeah, do it with an unblockable. Yep.
Yeah, because you can draw a card and tutor when you attack, which is crazy. I think this is a monster in a Dimir combo deck. I think it's.
What do you go get with your tutor? You just go get freaking Kaido or the cat or the Enduring Curiosity.
Yeah, or go get your Apocalypse Demon.
Then you just win. You know.
Yeah. Or what we just saw won the RCQ Dimir or the championship. Yeah, you go get your Deceit, or you go get
Deceit, man. Go get your $40 Deceit.
go get your Doomsday. Go get your Doomsday. You know, make sure that you can pull a win con, basically.
Yep. And instant speed, 2 mana, and you can make it. And I think that's the biggest thing when we look at like what's the catch. You make it so the catch isn't a catch. You benefit from having to do the extra thing, like where Jay said with just recast the Flood Pit's Drowner.
Mm-hmm.
People want to put it in their hands anyway. Then you just never let your opponent have an untapped creature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could just chain these. You know what I mean? You actually just go get another Splinter's Technique, and you keep casting the Drowner. You could just keep chaining them.
Yeah, that's so the thing, because I think that what people are realizing, they're like, oh, well, it's a tutor. Well, the sneak is kind of what sets it off, because being able to bounce, it's like a bounce and a tutor at the same time.
Yeah, and there are decks that want to bounce their own thing anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do it in the thing where, you know, some of these guys make tokens. Like what's that 1 mana the 1 mana flyer that has the map token.
Yeah,
they love attacking with that and bouncing that back, because you get another map token every time, and it's 1 mana. It's the easiest thing to recast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think we might actually, and I'm hoping we actually have a good tutor in Standard. Let me say it.
Absolutely, the best one we had so far was Beseech the Mirror. That's it.
Yeah, and
that's going away.
It's going away, and it's cool, but you still had to do the thing, and that one's 4 mana.
I know.
You know, and the crazy thing, it's 4 mana. That's still an $18 card.
Yeah.
Well, it was when I bought it. I don't know if it still is, but it's more expensive. Like, it's not a cheap tutor.
So this could absolutely see the return of bounce, which is not a good news, but I guess for people who like that type of thing. But
yeah, the good news with bounce is they don't have too many bombs. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they're gonna tutor something, so they don't get like the crazy value, but the bounce decks do have win cons. Like, a lot of them still play Kaido, so like that's a problem. Yeah, so who knows, man? But I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna cause good interactions, and I think it's gonna be a cool thing to build around, which is important to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so you pick a tutor, a good choice, and I am going to go with, for my number 1, I think is maybe a little obvious, maybe a little too on the nose. We'll tell you a little story. I know this guy was supposed to be kind of scary and intimidating, but I watched the Ninja Turtles movie, the live action movie, as a kid, and I saw this guy. I was like, that dude is awesome.
Yeah.
Even when I was like 5, I was like, whoa. Super Shredder. Simple as for Super Shredder. It is not a hard choice for me. Playing black aggro this is an insanely powerful card that's going to demand answers.
Yeah.
It is absolutely going to demand answers. It's going to be your number one target to pop them out. Black aggro got me to Mythic. Black aggro is probably, in my opinion, my personal favorite deck right now, and it's extremely powerful. Here's the thing. 1/1 Menace for 1 black and 1. It is a 1/1 card. However, whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield. So this is, we want to look at our words here, not dies. Permanent leaves the battlefield. So that counts as tokens going away. That counts as anything going away and coming back, anything leaving the battlefield, even warping, that's leaving the battlefield. That's going into exile.
You ain't wrong. And there's a lot of cheap warp costs.
There's a lot of cheap warp costs. So you're talking about even like, or dying. So you have things that benefit from stuff going into the graveyard. You have anything that dies. You're talking about, this is Sephiroth's best friend.
This can go right in the Sephiroth deck, dude.
Sephiroth's best friend because it benefits from things dying. It's Moonshadow's best friend because that benefits from everything leaving the battlefield.
Yeah.
You have it works with warp. It works with throwing a bunch of cheap creatures down the range. It works with mobilize because all of those things leave the battlefield. It is an insanely powerful build-up speed attack card right here at two. A two drop for 1/1 Menace that is just going to go insane. So for me, for what I'm doing, the aggressiveness that I'm playing with Mono Black, this is 100% going to be one of my first builds, is building around a Super Shredder right here.
Yeah.
So
I love to hear it. I think you making me think about it, being in a Sephiroth deck makes it a lot more enticing for me.
Yeah.
So
because you're doing crazy work.
Very excited on that. The Menace is great. And then it just creates that dilemma. Like, you have the combo pieces in the Sephiroth deck. Do I kill the 3/2 guy that's the sack outlet? Do I kill Sephiroth? If I kill them, well, then the Super Shredder gets bigger, and it's like you create this ridiculous catch-22 for the opponent, and you force them to make the right choice, and maybe there isn't a right choice. But you force them into making a choice that they don't want to make, and a lot of the time you're just going to benefit from the person either making it wrong or being really easy for you to punish them for making whatever choice they make, no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So yeah, I think it's a great card. And we were talking about this maybe being number one. I kind of talked you out of it.
He talked me out of it. He made me see the different thing, and I think our number one is going to be a feast or famine. Our number 0 is going to be a feast or famine. It's either. I
think it's either like it's going to hit or it's like.
Or it's going to be a flop. We're rolling the dice. We're all in on this one. We're going to roll the dice on this one.
I would like to say that it aligns with the type of shit we like.
Yes, it absolutely does.
So I think that's why we had to pick it.
Before we jump right in, we have a couple of honorable mentions here. Yeah. I'll talk about mine first to go over yours. Ninja Teen was a little tricky to recommend because of its price. However, I think it may be a sleeper. That is going to be whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, the opponent loses one. It is a 3-drop. That's my biggest thing. +1 in Menace is good, and you can sneak from your graveyard. You do have to invest a lot of mana in this. I don't know if in the ultra fast turn 4 win meta if this is going to be any good, so that's why I kind of left it. I have to bring up Cool But Rude. This is another Saga one or class run that has gross Drippy Pizza art on it. It's Raph throwing a Drippy Pizza at a Foot Clan. This is going to ruin your whole life in Monuments. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, you draw a card. And whenever you discard a card, this class, if you get it to its second class, each deals 2 damage to each opponent. You combine this with the new Casey Jones. And you can do 6 points of damage to your opponent. Because he immediately discards 3 cards at the end of your turn. So
nasty.
Cool But Rude. I don't know how excited I am of having this around. I'm sure I'm going to play it, but knowing what Monument Lessons is going to do with this fucking thing makes me unhappy with it already. So I'm not thrilled that I have to deal with this.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled I have to deal with this. So I just wanted to make it apparent. You had a couple of them. What was one of yours?
Yeah. Well, I'll say I did have Ninja Teen on there. I had Super Shredder in my honorable, so I'm glad that he made it into the top 10 somewhere.
Yeah.
I have Game Over, and that's actually, Jay and I always have like a card that we send each other, like as the spoilers are coming out. We're like, what are we thinking here? And that was the one that I sent to him. So it's a board wipe.
It's the cheapest board wipe, potentially black board wipe that we had since Path of Peril.
Yeah, and it does even more, it could.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 colorless, 2 black, sorcery, destroy all creatures. But if you have, if a player's life total is less than or equal to half their starting, so not just you, a player, then it costs 2 less.
Yeah.
So we're looking at potentially 1 colorless and 2 black if someone has 10 or less life, or in Commander, less than half, whatever life total you're playing.
I know you play the expanded format, so you'll like that one.
Yeah. So there are formats where you're going to 10 or less life on like turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, potentially.
Like with shock lands, shock fetching, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So there's situations where this is pretty good. So just being able to have that in your back pocket, I think is pretty sweet. Is this a commander card?
It is a commander card, but it'll be legal in other formats. It won't be standard, which is why it's an honorable mention.
Oh, that's fine. So I wanted to throw it out there. I'll move to the next one then, since I didn't even realize it was a commander card. What else? I have.
We got to make you aware of Kitsune's technique.
Kitsune's Kitsune technique. That was on there. Yeah, I did not. I was not happy to read that.
No, this is another one that we're telling you it's an honorable mention or dishonorable mention because we know you're going to run into it and go, what about that one?
Yeah, dishonorable mention with prejudice.
Yeah.
We just see this as another opportunity to light up the mill decks and do some kind of combo kill. Now, what I will say about it is it forces them to actually play a creature to be good. So, like, I don't know, maybe they don't play it. I don't know, but if they find a way to make it good, it could be a problem because milling half your deck for 2 mana is really bad.
It is, especially
really
it's a potential turn to combining with a River Monument and Singularity Rupture and all them is it's not a good look.
Yeah, so we'll see about this one. And I got what was it? There was another
Shredder's
technique. Yeah,
Shredder's technique is your last one there.
So that one's cool. We're getting a discounted Withering Torment.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. Another one where we say, and this obviously directly plays with Super Shredder, where you're gonna. It's basically Withering Torment with Sneak, and the Sneak is only 1 black.
Yeah.
So bring back a creature, cheap creature, like we said, something with an ETB. You buff your Super Shredder, you destroy an enchantment or a creature, and you do still lose the 2 life. So it is really just like Withering Torment, but it's kind of the power creep, even though it hasn't even been that long since that came out.
Slightly better Withering Torment, yeah.
So, but great upside. 1 mana enchantment removal or creature removal, lose 2 life in black, pretty good. I have one more, I think.
That's the only ones you sent me.
I said Game Over, Kitsune, Super Shredder, Ninja Teen, Shredder Technique. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yep. Okay, yeah. So that was my last one. I thought there was just one more thing that I saw. Armagon and Future Shark is just fun. It's just
Armagon, we're definitely we got 2 sharks weirdly enough, so we'll see.
Yeah. It's cool that we got
is Rakdos Sharks viable? We'll find out. That
would be sick.
I'm sure Snow will want to run it.
There used to be a lot of blue sharks, remember?
Yeah, there used to be some decent ones.
So,
well, I know we've kept you waiting. Who wants to do it? You want to do it or want me to do it?
I got you. So
the Tier 0.
This is it's gonna be our Tier 0 card, and this is one didn't take a ton of convincing. I think we both kind of saw that we both saw the light here. It just directly plays into the type of deck that Jay and I love playing. And for 4 mana, it's not a bad creature. Like, the stats are fine. So here we go. Southwind Avatar. 3 colorless and a black, non-legendary, notably.
Non-legendary, yes.
Yeah, Snake Spirit Avatar. It's a rare. It's a 3/4. Death Touch. Whenever another creature you control dies, you gain life equal to its toughness. We're having fun. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Now, it's not a full-on sanguine bond effect, right? But we have Snake Veto.
Mm-hmm.
We have the other thing, the 5-mana Exquisite Blood creature.
Hell, we also just have the ping guy. We have the bat, the bat that whenever you gain 1 life, lose 1 life.
Yeah, so we have a few different ping effects that can stack, and this one itself can stack because of the being non-legendary. And the 4-mana slot is another one where we're kind of looking for other utility things, maybe outside of like a Bloodletter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I play 3 Bloodletters and I play 2 of these now in my deck, or maybe I don't play it the Bloodletter, but with the Snake Veto, I play this, and you kill my 6/6 demon on my Annex, and now I gain 6 life, and you lose 6 life for killing my creature. 7, actually.
It disincentivizes creature removal, which I like, because if you're running something heavy, if you're running big boys in Golgari, or you're running a lot of different, you're going wide with Rakdos, you're talking about, you're gonna, even on a board wipe, like giving your opponent 10 life on a board wipe sucks, dude. Like, that's not something you want to do.
Good point.
Like it just disincentivizes removal. It puts a lot of pressure on there. It itself is a juicy card. It's a 3/4. It's going to survive your lightning bolts. It's just an interesting card here. I know I'm going to build with it. I don't know if it's going to be a full-on game changer. I can already think of ways of breaking it. Like I said, you combine this with Madam Null so that their power and toughness go up every time that you put anything out, so you get double the life. And then you
just gain it back anyway,
And then you put Snake Veto, so now you're gaining the double the life of whatever you sacrificed is losing their life.
And they lose
You can do a lot of things with this. You can just get silly with it, and we like to get silly over here, so...
Yeah, I think it's really fun. And I like the kind of powerful snake cards that we get, like with the Snake Veto, the Viper, which I know they classified as a Viper, but it is a snake, so yeah, it's cool. And it was a nice kind of like icing on the cake to the decent cards that we got in the set. I think it was nice that they threw that in there for us.
It is a weird card.
We feel seen.
This card could come out in a Magic set and nobody would blink at it. There's nothing Ninja Turtles about it.
Yeah, because this mechanic is something that's happened a few times in Magic before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call it evergreen because it's not all the time, but it's one of those nice little Easter eggs that we get sometimes,
Yeah.
So.
And the name is also just Southwind Avatar. You could reprint this. Nobody would know.
Very easy. Yeah. Or make it one of those where you do it with another universe, but then it has like a different name, but then it has the real name under it. That's a very
it's so generically named. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we really like this one. We're both going to play around with it. We both have ideas.
Oh yeah, we're probably going to do a gain and drain eventually. Yeah. So what? Stay here to the Black Council channel. We're gonna be building.
That's just what we like, and we love when cards, get us thinking like that and give us those ideas, because it makes it more exciting for us. So we hope we can make a good deck with this for you guys, and we hope that it's enjoyable, and that we're proven right with this card. We hope.
I think you should give TMNT a chance. Give Ninja Turtles a chance.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to play it. Give it a chance. You're gonna get some of these cards for free.
You don't have to draft it, but give it a shot. There's going to be some good cards that you're going to have to play in Standard.
And if you need to, close your eyes and call it Kamigawa Undercity.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we got for you. That's our top 10 Ninja Turtles. We did it. We'll be back here next week for top 10 Strixhaven cards. And the week after that will be for our top 10 Hobbit cards, and the week after that will be top 10 Marvel Infinite Universe cards.
Oh, right.
Which, all things considered, this is probably, aside from The Hobbit, this is the second least offensive Universes Beyond that we're getting. The Hobbit is probably the most hype, because Lord of the Rings was so good and it fits the theme. It's a fantasy. Like, J.R.R. Tolkien invented modern fantasy, so anytime you're including his works, it's going to make sense with any derivative fantasy. Yeah. But superheroes and Star Trek, those are not going to be as hype as Ninja Turtles. They don't have any fantasy elements in it, so at least we're getting something with this. At least we're getting something here, which feels a little bit magical or at least weird.
I agree.
So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys.
We'll have a deck video then for you, but that'll probably have to wait till March because the set won't actually come out till March. So.
We will be, it will be in March. We will do a deck video for you. We might also do another video about Universes Beyond. I think there is
That's right.
Something to talk about Universes Beyond.
That was on our radar.
Yeah. And we have news. There was some controversy about MTGO and the hiding of certain deck lists. I don't know if you heard about that controversy. They were only showing in any tournament, they'd only show the top 8. They would never show any other builds.
Oh, I kind of
some shit like that.
That's silly, but
Competitive Magic was really upset about it, which I thought you'd know about as our pro player.
As our pro. Well, aside from the step back that I've taken from Magic lately, I'm also off Twitter, which is where most of this shit happens.
Yes, that is true. I try to stay off, but
yeah, I just every time I go on it, it takes less than a minute to be reminded why I'm not on it. So I just don't go on. It's just so bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't keep up with the drama and the lore of whatever they're mad about this week as much these days. It's kind of better that way, but I know that to a degree we're supposed to be privy to some of it so we can speak on it when needed. So yeah, I can maybe educate myself on that. We can possibly give some takes in addition to the Universes Beyond stuff. Maybe we get you another episode this month. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll see you then, guys. Cowabunga. Party on Rain, party on Garth, all that good stuff.
Eat some fucking gross pizza for us.
Gross, drippy pizza that's flopping everywhere and has fucking jelly beans and fucking braised short rib. Yeah, enjoy. That's what they really want us here.
Use your fucking pizza to clean the lint off your dryer ketchup.
Yeah, just rub the pizza upside down on your oven, on the bottom of your oven, and we're ready to go with Ninja Turtle style pizza. We'll see you in the next one, folks. We'll call this episode of the Black Council to a close. I've been Jay Villain. You've been great. Goodbye, everyone.